It's your boy once again back on another video. Just getting a little random today. Be a little random. Just go over a few things, yo. Over the last couple weeks, I've really been like trying to get back into the culture like fully. I've been watching things that have happened over the last 2, 3, 4 years. Battles between certain niggas, the older battles that are taking place. Trying to find out where certain lines come from, where certain schemes come from. Niggas say, oh, a certain nigga bit this nigga. Like, I've been trying to find out who said what first and shit like that, and just really trying to get back into it and find out how certain niggas came up and, you know, how they got their name, where they got their fame and shit like that, and, you know, really, like, dig into the crate and try to get reacquainted with everything. Like I said in my very first video, like, I got out of battle rap for a while. Like, it really was just Mook and Reed. That's really who was out when I started watching this shit, and then it just, you know, it kind of bloomed when I stepped away from it. Ironically, it really bloomed into a whole nother thing. So all the Smack DVDs and all that shit, I wasn't buying that shit, but I'm into it now like real heavy again. So my love is all the way back in. First things first, real quick, I'm gonna try to run through a lot of this without 10 minutes going by. First of all, DNA. I feel like I've been giving this nigga a bad rap, and I was trying to go back and watch some of his older shit. And I see now why they call this nigga the PG killer. Yo had a nice little run against niggas from the proving grounds and shit. Them niggas been getting their head popped every time they step up against DNA. Now, I don't know, it could just always be the crowd works in this nigga favor, and I don't want to, you know, make light of what this nigga done done against him. But I noticed that in certain battles, you would think, oh, damn, this nigga gonna kill this nigga. And then once the crowd react, it's like, damn, why the fuck is they hating on this nigga so hard? Like, for one thing, niggas hate John. Like, real hard. I don't know why everybody hates John. Personally, he one of my favorites, yo. I like to watch John, but they fucking hate John, yo. Almost in every battle, they find a reason to start hating on this nigga and boo this nigga. No matter big room, small room, it don't matter. But back to DNA. This nigga has some elementary ass setups to me, and I think that's why I don't be always feeling the nigga. Like, the nigga be like, I don't know, you may have red, you may have blue, but I'm a nigga that got purple for you or some shit. And you be like, that shit was the setup was like weak. Like, it didn't deliver the line real heavy and shit. And I think that's just a lot of the way his bars come off. It just seemed like predictable, even though you don't really know what he about to say. Speaking of predictable, I'm gonna get back to DNA. If you watch Calico versus KSHINE, and don't get me wrong, I fuck with KSHINE. I hate to put this on a video and to get out, and I don't know if niggas already knew this or not, but if you watch Calico versus KSHINE, you can see Murda Mook in the background mimicking like almost everything word for word what this nigga KSHINE is saying. Go back and watch that battle, yo. Like, he may have been helping that nigga write some of that shit. I don't know that for sure, obviously, but I ain't never known a nigga to know a nigga's whole round. And I'm not saying he was mimicking the whole round, but you can see his mouth moving like he knew what this nigga was about to say next. So, yeah, y'all might want to check that shit out. But back to DNA. If you know any of his older battles, that's classics, where he was really making his name, like, going upside niggas' heads, and this nigga was spitting crazy shit, and how he got his name up, how his fame came up, please post the battle under this video in the comments area, and I will go watch the battle. Like, if you have any battles that over the years was your favorites, and you think that, you know, it would help me get caught all the way up and shit, please, yo, put that shit under there. I will watch that shit, yo. I got nothing but time but to watch the fucking battles and shit. Another thing I want to get into, as far as DNA is concerned, like, I'm not coming off my stance. Yo, chess third round was bananas. I'm sorry. And you're not going to get me to come off of that. 1-0. Like, I'm not saying this on the level of what Lux did to Calico with his third round, but his third round was crazy. And DNA gave me nothing in them 3 rounds that I thought was better than anything Chess did in the third. And for all that regular bar, this was regular shit, I'm not willing to give him a whole fucking battle just because he was the vet and he didn't stumble. It was just regular shit, and I wasn't like blown away by none of it. And I'm gonna give the nigga who really wowed me, I'm gonna give him his just due. I'm gonna give it to yo. As far as KSHINE, Mr. Wavy, Yo, the Jumanji line and the fucking Max B on my hip line was crazy. And, you know, Mr. Wavy had obviously the walking like a zombie with the shotgun in his pants leg. That shit was crazy. But y'all niggas is giving this nigga this first round like that shit won him the round. It was a fucking performance line. You gave a nigga a whole round off of one performance line? Get the fuck out of here. Yo, that nigga said, this nigga KSHINE said, he shot the nigga and it looked like he shot me. That shit was crazy. The nigga said, I gave him the code word was pad for dropping the pounds. What? Then the nigga had the ride in your crib like Bobby's World line. Then the nigga had the whole hair scheme line where the nigga was saying he had a wash and set, clip bang, hairpin, the finger wave. Like that whole hair scheme was nuts. Nigga had the Backstreet line where the gunna to make you sing before I let you go. Yo, the whole first round was all KSHINE. And the nigga, Mr. Wavy, has like his first maybe minute of his first round was just, it was dry as fuck. It was boring. I don't even know how anybody gave him that first round. If you gave that nigga that first round, go back and watch that shit. If you gave him that first round based off that one fucking line, you a clown, yo. You's a fucking clown. You hate on KSHINE. And, I mean, if that's how you feel, you just don't like that nigga, cool. I understand that certain niggas just don't like. I'm like that with like DNA and shit, man. I'm not going to say I don't like the nigga, but I now have a better appreciation for him now that I done gone back and kind of watched some of his shit. I'm like, okay, this nigga do be having hot shit. Maybe it's just his most recent shit has been kind of boring to me, so I haven't been impressed. Real quick, I got 3 minutes left. I want to speak on the nigga Hollow and the nigga Arsonal. I think that these niggas have this mythical bullshit, okay? This whole, I'll kill you in the afterlife, cut your head off with a sword, shell shock you with this taser gun. All this mythical make-believe fantasy hip-hop bullshit that these niggas try to stick in around, but then turn around and talk about how they clap you, but then go right back to hit you with the leg drop Hulkamania style, and then all this shit that these niggas be saying. Like, I get how some of it come off hot, but all the mythical shit is kind of trash to me. Like, that shit don't get me fired up. It's kind of bogus, and they be having a lot of that shit. I fucked your moms, and I did this to your sister, and all this shit that you did not really do. And I'm not saying all of you gotta believe everything them niggas says. I get that. But it be so much filler bullshit that it's kind of hard to follow these niggas and like really be into what these niggas be saying. I don't know why Ars don't fuck with URL no more. I understand. I think UW is his, right? If I'm wrong, correct me. I think UW is his shit or whatever. He at least affiliated with that. I'm kind of glad Ars gone. Like, that shit is trash. And that's what make me feel like Clips is going to fucking body this nigga Hollow on May 9th. I can't wait for that shit. I'm still mostly amped up for fucking Tay-Rock versus Sue Surf. I still think that's going to be the battle of the night that night, because I think Clips going to body fucking Hollow. It might 2-1, but I wouldn't be surprised if he bodied this nigga, because I don't think Hollow is nice as niggas try to give him credit for. Yo, please, any battles you think was the shit over the years. Right now, my favorite two battles that I've watched this year, Rum Nitty versus Steams, that shit was great. And Prep versus the Saga, that shit was also great. Any battles you've watched over the years that you think I need to watch to help me get acquainted with everything, you know, and get me all the way up to speed. Please, yo, put that shit underneath, yo. I will watch that shit. Please subscribe. I will subscribe to whoever is underneath making comments. If you make blogs and shit, I will follow you also so that we can compare shit and talk. If it's somebody that's blogging that has good opinions and shit and actually watch the battles responsibly and shit, please let me know who they are. I would love to follow them too. I'm fully invested right now, yo. I love this battle shit. It's really giving me something to do. It's really occupying my time while I'm out here on the road and shit. I enjoy it all. Everybody's opinion is respected to me. Please don't come at me on no bullshit. I don't have time for niggas who really just dick ride on one motherfucker and then act like that's the best nigga in the game. Like, cut the shit. But I'm just going to cut the y'all right now. I'm just going to end it. So I respect the culture, y'all. I advise y'all to do the same. I'm out.